Yeah.
Okay, I'm not too good with this. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. All right. I would like to give my condolences to the families. And I also want to say, instead of us saying no justice, no peace, let's say we want justice, we want peace. We want
Justice.
we want
Peace.
we want
Justice.
we want
Peace.
It doesn't stop here though.
That's right.
And I'm not going to sit and speak in big terms because it's not necessary. What I'm going to say, I'm 36 years old. And my fiance was taken from me, I was 19. My daughter, Destiny Dursman, she's 15 years old right now. And she was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes at 16 months, right after we buried him. I had to sleep with her in the hospital for about 16 days. She almost went into a coma. And at that time, I was still young, so I didn't understand how important all of this is. But what I'm going to say to you guys, from my heart, and even speaking to myself, you have to vote. You have to vote. We could talk about all who's been shot. There's people being shot every single day, on a daily basis. Sometimes you won't even know. They don't even tell us all the records that's there. So these are just a few, okay? But it starts with voting. It starts with respecting ourselves as one. I could talk about the white man, the black man, the Chinese man, everything, but it starts with respecting ourselves. Us training our kids at home. Because I could train my daughter. When my daughter goes out, sometimes I see her come home with an attitude. I'm like, stop it. You understand? So it comes with respecting who we are. And once we understand who we are as one, then we could take the next step to say, what are we going to do? You understand? And what I can say with Patrick went to work at 3 o'clock. And that day he didn't wear his bulletproof vest home. He works for 34th Street Partnership. I'm not for sure if you guys ever seen the peace officers that stands in front of Macy's, if they have panhandlers, whatever. He was one of those, okay? And you couldn't smoke weed at that job. They did background checks and all. And he decided to go to this lounge on 37th and 8th Avenue with his friends and have a drink. And the undercover came up to him and approached him and said, where can I get some drugs? And the undercover that he had the altercation with, he wasn't the one that shot him. It was someone else that he called for backup. And guess what they said? It was an accident. That the gun discharged. And his friend literally watched him on the floor rolling with blood coming out his mouth. And my daughter just turned 1 when he died. And we marched for 4 years. I marched with Al Sharpton. I went to Washington. I went everywhere. And guess what? I'm still struggling till today. My restaurant that I have, it wasn't the city that got it for me. It's my next daughter's father that said, I don't want you to struggle. So every day I wake up in the morning, I take my groceries out of the car, I serve my food to my customers, and anybody that comes in my shop, that's a black man, I talk to them about pulling up their pants. If you see a cop, try to memorize. Say, okay, make them feel like they have the best power. Because some of them are assholes because they just don't like their job. And there's some that are respectful. But you say, all right, let me memorize their badge number. Okay, yes, officer, you have it. You got it. You're right, Officer John or whatever their name is. But in your mind, you're remembering the precinct they're coming from. You're remembering what they look like, a description. And then you go on saying, how can I file charges against this individual? There's a way you do things. It's either we're going to walk with respect or we're going to walk stupid. And we know our parents fought for us. Our ancestors fought for us. You understand what I'm saying? And we do have respect. So whatever they say don't matter. It's about how we're going to teach the people that's coming up now, because it's not for me. It's for my next generation. And right now it's all messed up. You understand? So I'm just here to say, let's vote. Let's stop on the crime thing. And let's sit and figure out how we could do this on a regular basis. How about boycotting the stores? We love name brand clothes, right? Okay, so let's start from today on. Not just say next week, 2 weeks when this dies down. Okay, we're done until someone else is killed. Let's boycott the stores because our kids is the one that's spending for the True Religion, the Polo. I have it on now, but guess what? I got it on sale. But let's work on how can we do it. And it starts from boycotting the stores because they're feeling more than anything.
Yes, they are.
You understand? And I'm willing to help. Whatever it takes for me to help, I'm willing to help. If it takes for me to donate food for us to walk, find transportation to make it happen, I'll do it. Because my son is 12, my daughter's 15, and my little one is 5, and I'm 36. And I'm still going through it to this day. And that's all I want to say is I love you guys. And it's not about a black thing. It's all over the world it's happening. And we're all one. We're all one. That's all I can say. Have a blessed day. Love you all. Nice meeting you too.
Aww. Okay. Okay. Pete. Is it me? It's me. It's me. Okay. So we're gonna, before we march around the neighborhood, because I think this community would really want to see this diverse group of people who came out to show its solidarity. True solidarity, true love, and true respect. That's why we're here. I want to open up the mic. Or maybe not. But I want to open up the floor to people who want to speak, whether you be male or female, man or woman. You can definitely come up. So, Ms. V. Okay. Oh, it's me. I don't like it. Go ahead.
Hi. All right. I know I already spoke earlier, but I just want to address the issue that I think is really important. And as I go across my social media page, people often bring it up. Excuse me, one mic? Thank you. I think it's really important that, yes, I appreciate everybody being out here today, and I didn't throw it, but I appreciate everybody, every color, every nationality coming out here. But so often in America, any issue that has to do with black people gets pushed to the back or overlooked. So yes, I do agree all lives matter, but we are talking about Black Lives Mattering. Okay, so I don't want that to ever be lost when we gather and we discuss what brought us here. Okay, because that officer had his gun out, hand on the trigger, because he was afraid of black people. They call it an accident, I'm going to call it what it was. He was taught to fear brown, tan, black colored people, so when he stepped in a residential hallway, you can't say he was scared, it was an accident, he heard a noise. What the hell did you expect to hear in a residential hallway? Another thing, my black men, my brothers, my Hispanic people, I don't always agree with how you dress, but how you dress does not mean somebody should label you. Somebody should automatically assume that you are a criminal, or somebody should pull out a gun and shoot you. So no matter how you came out your house, you are still deserving of your human rights. You are still deserving of these bully-ass officers to address you with respect. Don't ever let anybody take that away from you. Yes, we're supposed to educate each other. Yes, we're supposed to organize and strategize. But do not lose your identity. Do not forget who you are. Do not. They already don't teach us our history. So don't forget who you are. And don't allow anybody or anything to take your spirit and your power from you. Yes, you should be cordial when you speak to police officers. Absolutely. They have taken the oath, and I will agree. Not all of them are bad, but I have a disclaimer when I say that bullshit. Not all of them may not be bad, but like I tell my friends who are officers, and they know I'll go against them too if I have to. And I've worked in law enforcement for many years. If you stand around and allow people who work in the department that you represent to commit crimes, terrorize, abuse, or slaughter American citizens on the street, you are just as bad, you are just as much scum, you are the pigs that we called you, and you deserve to be taken down. So when we say shut it down, that is what the fuck we mean. Shut it down.
That's it.
It does not like me. Okay. No.
Shut it down.
So the reason why I laughed when Miss V just did that, because when she got down there, she was like, "Oh, thanks." And she just made a speech like, ah! And she just became really sweet. Okay. And she's not really like that.
Not allow the police to terrorize you. I can't get that through your head enough. Yeah. We are the people. If you look on your social media and you look at the pictures that have been going on over the last few days, it's the thousands of people in the streets. They are scared. They are terrorized. Why? Because they don't know what the fuck to expect. We need to keep it up.
So the next person we're gonna have who has to speak is Daria Sario.
I'm gonna make this quick. I feel very honored. I've been to a lot of these rallies, and almost never do we have 10 women speakers up on the mic. Rarely do we have even one. So I'm very honored to be here. Thank you, Kirby. I live in the 75th precinct. I don't like to say that I live in East New York or Cypress Hills because I live in the 75th precinct. I recognize that I'm occupied by these pigs from the 75th precinct, and that my land isn't their land because they run shit. And I also work as an EMS with the fire department right here in East New York. So I want to talk about a little bit about, I've been in the big houses all the time. We get 911 calls here all the time, and I want to talk about a different kind of state violence, and that is the violence that happens every day, where people die slowly instead of dying from a bullet. And I see that in my job in the ambulances. I see the slow death that we are put through with diabetes, asthma, sickle cell, all of these completely preventable sicknesses. And this is all a part of state violence, because if it wasn't for the police, what would stop a mother with a sick child who doesn't have money for asthma medication to run up in a hospital and take that medication for her son? What would stop her? It's the police. And it's the police that understands that they have the right to shoot that lady down if she does run into the hospital to take the asthma medication, because that police is going to get away with it scot-free, because these courts don't work for that mother. They don't work for this community, our communities. They work for the people that want to keep us down.
That's right.
I want to say that while that may be sad to hear, it also presents an opportunity for us as activists, as revolutionaries, because we can become the police of our community.
Right.
We can be those people that are there to solve and to stop the crimes that aren't considered crimes. I also worked for a long time for 311. I did the overnight shift on 311. On that shift, 90% of my phone calls were people calling about having no heat in their apartment. And they couldn't call 911 when their families were freezing on some of the coldest years, these past 5 years. They couldn't call 911 to have their landlords arrested. They had to call me. I had no power. I could take down the report. Who knows where that report went to? I don't even know. But we can be that different force that people can call on us, on the people, to run up on some landlords, to run up on some bosses that don't want to pay us our wages. Every day our wages are stolen.
That's right.
We can't call 911 when we're not paid overtime.
Yep.
When the mothers are when you become pregnant and you tell your boss, yo, I'm pregnant, I can't really lift these boxes anymore. Can you give me a different assignment? And they're like, nope, you're fired.
Yep.
That's a crime. That's crime. But who can we call? We can't call these pigs across the street for these real crimes. So we gotta start becoming our own police system, and that's what's gonna make them afraid. We've been out there in the streets. Yes, we gotta be where the people are. The people want to shut shit down. Yeah, we gotta shut shit down, but we gotta talk about making it wider and bigger. I was so happy to see when the fight for 15, the people fighting for a minimum wage joined with the Ferguson protesters, joined with the Eric Garner protesters, because it's the same violence. Who can live on $8.50 an hour? That's violent. Nobody, we gotta present it that way. We gotta talk about crime being in a different way. We gotta say that, Brown wants to talk about broken windows, and that's his theory on policing. We're out here to fix these windows. We are the other city that de Blasio said he represents. I represent the other New York. But where's Blasio now? I haven't seen him in my New York. I haven't seen him in my community. So get rid of these fake ass politicians. We need some real politicians, meaning people that come here and aren't willing to compromise with no businesses or nothing like that. And that's what we're about. I know that's what Kirby's about. So definitely link up with her, and I just wanted to say that. Thank you.
Okay. This is the state's bullhorn. We need to something, okay? Because this is too much. Alright, so the next person that I'm going to have come to the bullhorn is a woman named Kristen, who I know for the past 2 years now. She's an amazing activist. She's from Harlem. She's an amazing black woman. Please give her a round of applause. Hey, peace.
Okay, so I don't usually speak off the cuff. It's really hard for me. But there's something I did want to address that was said, and it's being said in social media, and it's being said in general about all the protests that people have been coming and they've been asking, okay, what's the solution? You're out here and you're making noise, and what's the solution? And I just want to say, this is the solution. You have to fight. The fighting is the solution. Don't let people make you think that this is somehow just symbolic and then, okay, then you just gotta go vote. Fuck the voting, okay? You have to vote physically with your body. Go get in the street and go do something, because that is the only way. That is the only way change has ever happened. And don't let people tell you that being out here marching isn't doing anything. Making noise isn't important. No change ever came without noise.
That's right.
All right, thank you.
Is there anyone who wants to speak? What do you want to speak? All right, so you come up, start making your way up, and this brother with the camera right here.
I get the privileges of holding.
But one more thing before people get on the bullhorn. Let's just make it a little short because we still have to march. Okay. So press it right here. Yeah.
Hello everyone, my name is Alex Salazar. I'm from Los Angeles, California. I came out here to be in solidarity with the people of New York and the whole United States. I'm a private investigator, and I'm also an ex-fucking pig. Okay, I saw the light. I worked in the most demonized police station in the United States. It was called Rampart Division. Rampart Division was a police station that came out in Denzel Washington's Training Day. Won Best Picture in 2000 because the cops in LA had gone crazy.
They still crazy.
Rodney King became a household name because of the LAPD. Right? Technology is what took over and has been the game changer. The internet. For years this has gone on. I saw, I witnessed, and I participated in this proverbial child molest system, which screws its people to the core. Listen to me. A revolution is happening.